Welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT. Tonight we are live on Project Cars 2 for the Pagnian Imports Toyota 86 Championship. Up tonight is round 4, and that sees us in Japan for Sportsland SUGO. And take a look at the session for tonight for SUGO. We've got 15 minutes qualifying. Weather conditions are heavy cloud, and then the race is 18 laps. Weather is heavy cloud through to light cloud, and there is a mandatory pit. And take a look at the standings. After round 3, we have DK Rush with a fairly close lead on the championship, only 65 points ahead of Philly, and the rest of those standings are very tight, so the championship not yet sealed. Looking at last week, we were at Texas Motor Speedway road course for round 3. Dirty Monkey, after qualifying 6, went on to take victory, and then Asami, after taking pole, secured the fastest lap bonus points, so narrowly missing out on that clean sweep, finishing in second place. We'll jump over and check out the track. So in Japan, in-game time is 10 AM for qualifying. The track length is 3.9 kilometers. There's 9 turns. It is a rather short track, very fast, yet very technical. It is a fantastic track, one of my favorites to drive. You're going to see a lot of time made up through Sector 1 and Sector 2. That's where the more trickier corners, so the 2 last corners in Sector 2, getting the right line will gain a heap of pace to be able to finish up that remaining sector. Over to the track, we've got Philly scrambling out nice and quick. Hey Gallon, thanks for jumping on the stream. We're all joining us. Don't be shy, jump in the chat, say hello. And also a bunch of sound effects controls down underneath the stream. Let's have some fun playing those sound effects. And applauses, cheers, boos, and the likes. Don't forget, if you are new to us, give that follow button a click. We appreciate the support, seeing us slowly growing towards that 300 count on followers. Great if we can reach that next milestone. Of course, by following, you'll be notified when we go live. Here, 7:45 PM. Project Cars on Thursday nights, and Monday night we have 7:35 PM on iRacing. Make our way through the list. We've got 10 drivers at the moment. We're getting no IP conflicts in the lobby beforehand. That's definitely a good start, but we're not going to see any connection dramas. Sadly saw Rura last week disconnect in that last minute of qualifying. Go through, we've got Philly. Philly needing to have a very strong finish tonight. He's chasing down DK by 65 points. And then if he can close that gap in as much as possible for heading into the final round, where the big points are up for grabs. That's double that of the previous races. There's a huge 240 points up for grabs just for the win next week. Dirty Monkey took a fantastic win last week. Be able to replicate that again tonight. Very nice first times coming through, 125s. championship leader DK. Try and fend off the drivers below him on those standings. And trying to go for a potential clean sweep tonight. It may be just enough. He could have enough points to gap himself between the others. So it could almost just be a clean run next week and still be able to secure championship. Right, he's getting a time on the board already. Just even in the opening laps, 4.7 seconds separating 9 cars. It's going to be a sign it's going to be very tight. Over to Steph. Yeah, cars that actually aren't in the pits, I think they're in the garage once they're actually fitted, and it zooms in on their blank bit of concrete. And generally, I'm well, thanks. Hope you are too. Back to the head farmer. Back out on track again. Not sure if he's taken some front end damage while bringing that car back into the pits before. Looks like there's some residual visual damage to the car. Over to Sami. Managed to join us after a long period away. Managed to come through and have a great comeback round last week. Still holding pole. $125 nearly flat. Just under 3 tenths ahead of Sami's time. And look at those times between Philly and DK. We do get a lot of delayed panning shots at Sugo. As we swap cars, we will be briefly zoomed off elsewhere and then bring us across to wherever the drivers are on track. Billy setting 25.345 and then DK at 0.347. So now getting down to the thousandths. The 2,000 separating the two drivers at this point. Who have been closely matched. We had a great battle between DK and Philly at Brands Hatch. Very similar track, so this could be the same thing again tonight. All drivers, your time on the board, 5-second gap between all 10. For a hot lap around. Left on approach, hopefully we don't jinx it. A very long opening straight. Almost half a second up. That was very nice. A very fast turn 1. You can see this car really wanting to slide out. Line going up the hill for the chicane. You can actually ride it straight between up here. Bunny really wants to drift. As much curb coming onto the back straight as possible. Run out right onto that exit curb. Position she needs to shave off about 1.4 seconds. Can do a fair bit of slide down through that hill, get under the brakes, put in a little bit of a slip, and what's going to cost you for the lap. Hasn't invalidated it. Like it actually did. Yeah, it invalidated that lap, and I think possibly the next one as well. Rather interesting. So those last few corners, being track limits can cost you the next lap. He's gotten that time down a bit. Under 2 temps. He's improved his original pole time. He set a 125.053 and improved it down to a 040. He's keeping very consistent. There's 4.5 minutes left. No change between Philly and DK. Drivers can time this well with the nice straights. They can get a very good slipstream. Actually going up a hill across that control line, they'll be able to get a good run. The speed starts to drop back a fair bit as they go up that rather steep incline. Whereas just improved his pole time. He's gotten down to the 1 minute 24s. 124.763 is now the time to beat. So it's nearly pushing out to half a second quicker than position 2. Whereas only a couple of attempts away from Sami. Oh, Mick's just got himself a grid place penalty. There's a practicing pit entry. Qualified 5th, it's going to stick him down to 6th at this stage. He could be feeling rather frustrated with that at this point. Sami make an improvement here. No improvement to the time. Only a 10th difference between Head Farmer and Dirty Monkey. A lot of our drivers fairly well paired up. Gap between all drivers still dropping, even with the huge increase on that pole setting time that we're set, breaking into the, well and truly breaking into the 124s. Jeff's just improved the time, moving himself back up a position. And they did bump her down a spot by that lap, 128.2 for Steph. Come through in 4 temps, quicker than Simo's time. Balaki. I don't think he's taken any damage. There's enough time for him to get around for another lap. Oh, what a nice drift. Dirty Monkey just in behind Cliff. He's going to have an opportunity for a nice in behind. He's seeing improvement in time. I think that may even be Sami behind, or is that Philly's car? That's Philly. Timed lap, will we see an improvement here? You can see Philly quickly closing the gap from that slipstream as he tucks in behind Dirty Monkey's car. They've movement and position for Philly, but did improve his time. He made up a heap of pace. He doesn't get held up here and no mistakes. He's going to be starting this lap off with a lot more speed than these previous laps. Dirty was moving the car for Philly. That was just an off track. There's not much that Philly needs to shave off. He can take position 2 from Sami. And if he can gap himself between DK, it's going to be that little bit of points difference. Philly's just parked the car up. Something's gone wrong with that last lap. DK be able to close that gap now. Just over a 10th, and he'll be able to qualify from position 3. No improvement on that time. Nick also not making any movement. We're having some fun with the car. Hugging that wall the whole way along. We've got Stefan Balaki to burn out in these last few seconds of qualifying. Is qualifying done and dusted for round 4. We see Rua take pole position, setting a phenomenal 124.63. That is a very quick lap. So well done to Wira, and glad to see him not get dropped out. So seeing him make it through to the race and all of the 10 drivers, that'll be fantastic. And then the rest of the grid, we've got Sami, then Philly, DK, Nick Cliffs has got that grid place penalty. That'll see him start from position 6 and see Dirty move up into P5, and the head farmer Balaki, Steph and Simo. Over to the grid now. Now the drivers just needing to ready themselves up, making sure they've got that correct car set up and their pit strategy set. I can't afford any errors in this. These championship standings impeccably tight. Slightest of error in this, we'll see a big difference in those standings coming into the final round. Again, we don't have Tyja tonight. Missing Spray, Vortex. in heights as well. No, Gallon, we actually have a couple of drivers that bleach with different drivers. Yeah, Dirty and Simo last week that were clashing with each other. And here we are, green light. Dirty making a great run, makes a move on Philly, but he's going to stuck on that outside. Sami gets the run of Wera. He's had to tuck back in. I think Dirty's going to be stuck out there. Maybe drop back another spot. No, he manages to at least keep that position. Oh, there's been a tap. Not sure what happened with the contact. Looked like a bit of a shunt. I've seen Mick drop back down to 8th position. Head Farmer may have given a tap, and he may just redress affected drivers then. Army quickly pulling ahead. He's nearly putting 6 temps. We're a hold on. He's going to try and stay within that slipstream. He's going to be able to make up a heap of space. Yeah, looks like a car closing the gap going up the straight. DK's moved up, getting around Philly. And Balaki coming in. Looks like the crab walk going on from Balaki's taken some serious damage. First 4 sitting nice and close. There's a bit of a gap after that mid-pack tap with Mick. Let's see Simo in P5. 6 seconds between himself and position 4, and another 5 seconds between himself and position 6. And really stay focused here. Bounce it, knuckle in and try and pull away from the drivers behind. Death closing in on Dirty. He's still in pits. I think he's going to be up for a lengthy repair. Car did not look well. Billy starting to get on the tail of DK more. DK and Philly not having to focus too much on the cars ahead of them. It's more each other that they have to be concerned about. Another contest for the championship between Sami and Wera. Like Steph's dropped back a bit. She was on the tail with Dirty. Head Farmer's now moved up and taken that place. Wera well and truly in range, about to go for a pass. Side by side down pit straight. He's going to be in a very good position for turn 1. So he's going to have to yield. How close this pack of 4 is getting now, both DK and Philly quickly closing in. We're setting a nice 125.9, and he's very close. Between Sami, DK and Philly sitting at 126.9, 126.1, and 26.0. Back a little bit now, not sure if an error may have occurred, causing her to lose that spot she had right on the tail of Dirty. It is very true, very proud of how far Dirty has come. Backed it over from the controller onto a wheel and getting on the cockpit recently. Really getting all the great gear. And it's going to be a pretty good investment because he's carving up. Still very consistent times between these 4. See this train of cars. Philly's going to be in a fantastic position. Just how much he's closed in on these 3. Bit of a slip from DK. This is going to be a perfect opportunity for Philly. Drivers will even try and break that slipstream just because they know how much of an effect it has going up that straight. That's where Wira had the perfect opportunity to get the move on Sami. We're on lap 6 of 18. That's Malaki moving aside, letting him through. He's been able to maintain that gap between himself and Head Farmer. That previous lap just marginally slower than Head Farmer. He's within close enough gap that Head Farmer could close in along that straight. Let's get a bit of motion sickness when we get that. Oh, there's a white car that's gone off track. That's DK. Going up pit straight. That's going to cost him big time. Not sure if he took a little bit of... He's even got the crab walk. That's going to be a long stop. That was a pretty hefty hit into the wall. Possibility that he may have actually taken some dirt. That car's looking well. It's similar to how Balaki came in. And he was in pits for a while. That's just opened the door Philly take a championship lead. He's going to have to go into a bit of damage control mode and just possibly look to try and get a few extra points for securing the fastest lap in the race. And just try and climb up those positions as much as possible. He needs to keep the gap as close to Philly as he can. We're still out in the lead. We approach lap 8. Whereas got a 1.5 second lead over Sami. Seeing some damage to Sami's car on my screen. Can't even see if it's showing. There's a little bit of damage showing on this stream as well. It is actually a different console, so there is a little bit of variation just due to lag differences. I think smash windscreen on my director's screen. That doesn't appear to be the case. Stream going. Oh, it is too. He's got smashed windscreen. But there have been some contact between himself and DK. Sami's got a wounded car now. It's going to be looking very nicely for Philly to be able to move up a spot. Guys would absolutely love seeing Vazmak podium for sure. Larky is back in pits. Using that slipstream, following Dirty all the way into the pits. And race leaders have got a pretty strong lead over the race. There's a 23-second gap between P1 and P4. Is pulling ahead. We got 3 seconds over Sami. Sami's going to the pits. Peacefully move up into P2. Sami's car appeared to be driving okay, so he may not be taking on much in repairs. May just tend to a bit of aero. The car did seem to start lacking some speed. It's probably going to be a reasonably quick stop. But it is. Jeff just had an off track that's allowed Simo to get a pass. Dirty Monkey just going through, blue flag shown for Steph. He Ranters in 4th. Was the first of the front drivers to make the mandatory pit stop. And sees him 28.5 seconds behind race lead. No slowing Wira down. His lap times very consistent. That's a 26.7. Billy also getting him for 26.7. Some weird gap times Billy at the moment. Head Farmer stays out on track. And Philly both also staying on. Nick's already been in and pit rather early, heading to a little bit of damage from the contact through the early laps. He's 39 seconds away from Wira. By the time our front runners end up coming into pit, he's going to come out at a reasonable place. Billy takes race lead as we're at pits. We're to keep that lead. He's going to have no mistakes during this pit stop. It's got to be in and out. Black is in for another stop. Having a whole lot of luck. The pit entrance is actually around a couple of corners. Whereas back out on track. There's going to be a decent enough gap between himself and Sami. It's a very quick stop for Wira. Dirty Monkey making a move on DK. Oh, sorry, that's Head Farmer's car. The other white car that's out there. DK's a little ways back from them. Billy in the pits now. Will easily take back the race lead. You can hear Billy being released. Billy come out ahead of Sami. That's going to be close. He's a full corner ahead, that's fine. They're all within range of being able to take the position still. They can still close in very easily. Clarkey having some dramas. Looks like all drivers getting their mandatory pit requirement out of the way. There's 5 laps to go. Pulling away from Head Farmer. Looks like Head Farmer took a fair bit of that race curving through the chicanes. It really unsettled the car. Getting that last curve in the chicane. Actually about to dive the car and understeer straight out off the track to the left-hand side. Take a look at the standings. As of lap 14, Larky currently on lap 9, still struggling with the car. He's come back into the pits. I think he's missing a bit of the car at the back, not sure. He's in P10. Def P9. Only a couple of seconds ahead. Simo Simzel. DK in P7. Ahead Farmer P6. Let's close that gap in a bit on Dirty. There's only been a difference of about a tenth between that previous lap. P5 is Dirty. Like he retires, won't be impressed. No, I don't think he's going to be retiring from the looks of it. Been in the pits a fair few times and still coming straight back out. He's not giving up. P4, we've got Mick Cliff. Dummy P3. P2 is Philly. Our race lead is Wirra. He's got a 2-second gap over Philly at this stage. Interesting to see how these lap times are between Wirra and Philly. A couple of attempts slow still by Philly. Quickest of the first three was Tharmix, who's getting a very nice slipstream tucked in range between the two cars ahead. There's only a couple of laps left in it. He could potentially close in a little bit more, carrying a heap of pace along pit straight. Ed Farmer has not given up on letting Dirty get away. He's quickly closing in. Current pace that Head Farmer's putting down. Dirty's going to have to start looking to play defensive. A bit of a mistake for Dirty. A bit of understeer under brakes coming into the corner. Didn't look like Head Farm was able to capitalise on it too much. Billy's closing in, a little bit of a slip. Lost a tenth from the slip. As much as a win would probably be fantastic for Philly, he doesn't really want to get too fixated and then cause an incident for himself. at this point in the race. From a championship point of view, his current position is rather nice. He's 65 points away from DK in the championship standings. He's currently holding second with DK in 7th. Would be enough of a gap to try and close that championship lead. Basically have him peg for peg going into the final round. Here we are, final lap. Understeer for Wirra. That's going to open the door for Philly. Ultimately, don't even have to try and look for an opening. He's going to just go for it on that final straight. While these two playing for the race lead, Sami is quickly closing in behind the two. Here we are, final corner. Oh, Philly is so close. There's going to be enough here to potentially sling around. Oh, it's going to be a close photo finish here. Can't block it any further. It's a Vazmak 1-2 and a win for Philly. Wirra takes second, Sami takes third. And comes Nick Cliff in position 4. Only a couple of seconds behind Dirty Monkey. Oh, he nearly gets that car to roll across the control line. Ed Farmer, I think Dirty's just got the time penalty. I'm not sure if that was already sitting there or not. May have had a slow down as he was crossing the control line. Left, DK crosses the line in 7th. Def is 8th, Simo in 9th, Blakey P10. I think he's crossed the line. There we are, results for round 4. I think we just had Dirty Monkey disconnect right at that moment before the countdown as well from the looks of things. He seems to be missing from that. Settings there, rather interesting. But for round 4, our race winner is Philly. And then in P2 is Wirra, and P3 Sami. So congratulations to our race winner Philly, and our podium Wirra and Sami. The rest of the standings we then have is Mick, Headfarmer, DK, Steph, Simo, and Balaki. Not sure what just went on. It'll be interesting to see what happened in the replay. Then we'll be adding in our podium finishes for Philly, Wirra and Sami joining us in a moment. They'll be joining us in a moment. Congrats, we're up. That was a good run.
Yeah, thanks, JT.
And you
Two
got
more.
the Vazmac one too.
Yeah, mate,
finally.
Vazmac 1-2, mate. We finally got the Vazmac, mate.
Finally.
So, Vazmac 1-2, mate. WPS Racing, mate. 1-2-3. So you can't go better than that, mate.
Yeah,
So,
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, hasn't happened before, so it was nice.
Yeah, it was, man. That was
Been
so
a long time
tight.
coming. Yeah, you didn't give each other much of a break throughout the race. Jeez.
I'll tell you what, I pushed the crap out of that car in that last few laps. I was like, come here, we're up.
Yeah, saw you closing down quickly.
Every time I got close, I made a mistake. Good racing, boys.
Yeah, it was good.
That was
Yeah,
good.
no,
Well, there was
congrats,
the four
Phil.
of yous for ages.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks
Not
for that
much
little bit
between
of help
us.
there at the end, Mira.
yeah,
Much
team orders,
appreciated.
mate. No dramas, brother. Too easy, mate.
Team orders. Move over, son.
Yeah, it was good between the four of us there. DK
Yeah.
said that he hit some bollard or something, I think it was. So
Ah, that's what took the damage. Yeah.
Yeah, it was lucky because he almost got me when he come back on. I was like, holy shit. Took me a lap to recover me fucking marbles.
Yeah, well, he had a big spin and straight into the wall up, pitch straight after, so.
Yeah. No, he said he hit the barriers. The barriers were on the road or something.
Ah, yep.
They weren't. I didn't see them, but yeah.
no, neither did I. Did you, Wira? Apparently we
Yeah,
hit
mate.
the white ones.
Mate, yeah, coming out on the last sweep, on that sweeper, mate, at the end, mate, there was sort of, bollards everywhere, mate, sort of, so I sort of just picked the inside line, mate, and shut my eyes,
okay.
Best way to
Hope
do
for the
it.
best.
Yeah.
that's it, mate. Hope for the best. I got through.
Maybe-
I think you got through some, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DK didn't.
Oh.
No, it was good.
Just have to do a shout out to me young fella Linky. It's his birthday today. Happy third
happy
Yeah,
birthday,
big
son.
happy birthday to him, mate.
Happy birthday to the little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Big three.
Oh, well, I think it comes down to the final race, mate, for the championship with DK and Phil, mate, so I hope it all
Yeah,
goes
it's going
well,
to be
mate.
tight now.
Yeah, well, I'm contemplating on whether to take a week off work. But I seem to go better
Get the
with
practice
minimal
in. I was going to say,
Minimal
you
practice,
don't,
mate.
don't worry about the practice, you'll do well.
Yeah. I've done a little bit this week, but it's only in like 1 hour spurts. So, a couple of days. I think I've done 3 days practice.
The car looked good, Philly.
Yeah.
Where's is quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very quick. And then the pass through turn one, just the amount of speed you're carrying to get around Sami. That was
Yeah, mate, look,
great pass.
my car was set up perfect, mate. I had just everything I wanted to do with it, mate. It accepted it. So, look, I couldn't have asked for a better race car tonight, and yeah, the speed was certainly there, mate. So,
Could have given it to me, mate. No. Good stuff, Lyra.
Yeah, congrats,
Bloody
mate.
hell.
yeah, cheers.
Glad to see no disconnect issues and then have you up here in the podium. So,
Yeah, no, awesome to be back, JT, mate.
been missing you,
know,
mate.
yeah, it's been a long time, mate. So it's good to get back in the seat and hope for plenty more, mate.
Yep, that's it.
Well, congratulations, Wira. Finally got the Vazmac 1-2 in the actual Vazmac cars.
That's it, mate.
And
Been
Sami
planning it for
boy,
ages.
Yo,
he could have
I'll just
went
take
around us. He chased us right down in those last 3 laps.
I was
he
pushing,
was.
but my car just didn't have the turn. I was struggling a little bit actually with the setup, so I could catch us, but I just don't think I had it in, the setup or the sort of turning ability to put it. I would have taken one of these out if I sort of tried to take a pass. So
Oh, yeah.
And Jenna said in the chat, you're not taking the week off, Phil.
Yes, I am, darling. Yeah, no, I can't. Christmas is coming up, mate. Christmas and birthdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want a brand new car, so I'll have to go to work.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks very
All right.
much. Thanks, Wira.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Sami.
with The practice
And,
ready for the final round at Fuji.
That's it. Look forward to having a battle with DK next week. And hopefully it comes down to the better car, not the better wall.
That's it. I don't want to see too many walls.
thanks, JT.
Congrats, guys.
Have a
Yeah,
good night.
thanks,
Thanks again,
JT.
JT. Have a good
No
one.
worries.
Yep, cheers,
Cheers,
mate.
mate.
And there is our podium finishes with Philly taking out the win in round 4. We're on the podium in P2 and Sami in P3. Another fantastic race from these guys. And then we are heading over to Fuji next week to see us out for the final round. And it's going to be fantastic seeing these guys duke it out yet again. It's been a very close series and some fantastic battles to watch. So if you're only just joining us for the stream and you haven't hit the follow button, it'd be a good time to do so you can be notified when we go live for the final round next week. That's at 7:45 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And then there's also the final round for iRacing for Pagnian Imports Ferrari 488 Championship on Monday night. So not to be missed either. Some fantastic racing to be seen there. And once again, thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you trackside next time.